till you watch. But my man Gary O'Neill's here, and we're about to get it in.
Yeah.
Mine? Can you hear me? Good. Let's get started. Hey, Dana. Hey, Don.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go.
Oh,
You're live, Jackie.
my bad. I'm live. My bad. Hey, y'all. What's up? Welcome to the JONCEA show. Welcome to the living room. It is lovely Friday, and I have a special person here. Text me and stuff while I'm, doing my show, Michelle. No, Michelle just sent me his cash app. Thank you, sweetheart. But
Well, my shit ain't going off yet.
Y'all in the studio. I know I said this every week, but I really do have one of my favorite people in Los Angeles here. And we go back. We go back. I don't go back with many people here. I know some people here, but I mean, listen. This guy that's sitting in the living room today, we go back to high school. Mr. Gary O'Neill is here.
Yeah, what's happening? That was dry as shit. What's up?
What's up?
What's going
I told
on?
you better eat your food. Don't let your food get cold fooling with these people.
Nah, I'm about to go Hollywood. My trainer probably watching and shit. I don't want to hear that shit from him.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. This place is the only place people probably don't even believe that I work out every day. Because I just reward myself the second I leave the gym. I be like, yes, fried chicken, Baskin Robbins. Don't let me go at night. Denny's. I be like, girl, you worked out today.
My trainer would call that shit hustling backwards.
Yes, and that's what the fuck I've been doing for the last 9 years. No, look, that's what I've been doing.
Wow.
But I wanna first start this conversation off by saying that Gary and I did go to high school together.
Yeah.
I was a freshman. I met Gary when I was 13 years old, believe it or not. Mm-hmm. I'm almost 13 and a half right now. No. But I met Gary in high school. He was a senior. I was a freshman.
Go on.
I'm going. Sheesh. Gary hated me. But let me just explain myself right quick. To many people in the world, let me just explain this for all big girls, okay? Because this is something that we get thrown into that we don't want to because we are big. But big girls of the crew have to protect, unwantingly, unknowingly, the skinny girls in the crew. It is an automatic thing. It's something that they throw us into. We'll be at the club, big girl be at the club, and they'll just immediately, JONCEA, could you get him? No matter who the person is, if they don't want to, if the skinnier girls don't want to talk to them, So in high school,
but hold up, can I interject real quick?
Go ahead.
You left out after you put all the coats down because most of the big girls in the club be holding the coats for all of. But anyway, that's another story.
I ain't holding nobody's coat. Okay, I will hold your coat at the music park though, because I ain't getting on none of them rides. But Gary liked one of my friends in high school. First of all, Gary liked every girl in high school. Everybody that's watching from high school knows Gary is the ladies' man. Okay, he's the ladies' man here in LA too. He is the ladies' man, and Gary is like, he reminds me of Pepe Le Pew a little bit. He will go after any female that he wants. And 90% of the time, he gets them. That's one thing, like, 90, say it ain't so. Say
that was a backhanded fucking compliment if I ever heard one. This nigga stink, but he get bitches.
Nah. Pepe Le Pew was just all over that day going.
Pepe Le Pew was a pervert. He was a pedophile.
He was the first Me Too?
Yeah.
I mean,
I wasn't no fucking pervert. I didn't even try to get at you when you was 13. But maybe that's because you still smelled like pee. But I was trying to get through that.
You know such a hater. He's a hater, y'all. He tried to backhand me back just now. But now he used to like my friend Monique though. So tell him about that, Gary.
All right. So do you want me to start with how bad I wanted to fucking decapitate you, or should I just?
Why are you making it seem like it's that bad?
Because it's still fresh on my heart, JONCEA, okay?
Oh, my God.
It's just certain shit you can't let go.
Oh, my God.
Nah, let me stop, because I can hear my mother now. Watch your mouth, boy.
So and my mother like,
what I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sorry, Mama, JONCEA, Mama, and Sharon. I know my mother probably watching. So anyway.
Hey, Miss O'Neill.
No, Jones.
Miss Jones. Hi, Miss Jones. You like, nah, for real. She was not feeling that.
Yeah.
Like,
so JONCEA, y'all know JONCEA. Everybody from home, y'all know JONCEA. Sweet as hell, but just like crazy. So I don't know what it was, but Monique and I, we were cool. We kind of liked each other. You know what I mean? I would take her home from school every now and then.
Monique, if you are watching and you are available, please call 818-914-4087. Gary literally just said you liked him. And you know we was best friends, so I know the truth of the story, but we ain't gonna stay on this long, but go ahead.
I don't give a fuck if she called. She liked me when I took her ass home. Okay. Drove her home.
Okay, Gary. Sorry. You drove her home, and what happened?
I wasn't expecting nothing. Not on that day.
So nothing happened. It's like that.
I wasn't expecting that.
But the funny thing about Gary was like, I don't know how to describe him. He was like the man. He had a red BMW. Remember? He was like the only dude in high school with like the banging car. But he's a senior, so, you know, we're freshmen. So we're just like, you know, to me, I ain't never really, whatever. But you was kind of like on the dope level. And you had a lot of girls.
You probably wanted to get at me.
Nah, calm down. Calm way down.
I'm completely.
Stop. That's why this crazy fool. It's like,
I got my Fitbit on. I'm good. My heart rate ain't gone up yet.
No, actually, no, I didn't. But
well, you know the way you describe it.
I mean, I'm just telling you how it was in high school.
It sound like you kinda moist.
Nah, I'm not, Gary. Stop. My mama is watching.
Oh, I'm sorry, but all right, you cursed,
Gary.
Mama, I'm sorry.
On some real stuff, he tried telling me to. You cursed. You a bum. But on some real stuff, we went to high school together. We went to Ratsville High School.
Ratsville. The Ratsville Hornets.
It's a school in Clinton, Maryland. No one probably knows anything about it.
No, Junkyard shouted us out back in the days. Junkyard Band. That's a local, the DC band.
Go.
You probably heard the song Sardines and Pork and Beans. Nope. So anyway,
like I was on the West Coast, you know they only Nick like, I'm sorry, guys.
You remember Bustin' Loose by Chuck Brown? This is how people recognize go-go music in DC.
But no, not out here. not really a lot of people out here.
We don't even. Yeah.
All right, so moving forward.
Yeah.
Sorry
yeah,
to
Nick,
disturb you,
we're
sir.
gonna definitely play some music for you
Yeah.
before we leave today.
He gonna like it.
Right. But something came up the other day,
Yes. Go on.
and I'm only bringing it up because this needs to be talked about and destroyed
It does.
immediately.
It does.
One of the guys that went to high school with us, I guess I'm talking to the audience and Nick, but one of the guys that went to high school with us decided that they wanted to, on Gary's birthday, one of our friends shouted him out, "Happy birthday!" Da da da. You know, Dana. She's such an angel.
Dana
like,
Dang was good, girl.
Dana Hodge is like, she's like our cheerleader, especially for me and Gary out here.
Oh my
like,
God, I love Dana.
She's a great supporter of everything that we do. But she wished him a happy birthday, and a guy from high school got on there talking all of this shit. Like, I don't even know what happened, where it came from, or nothing. But somehow or another, and y'all, this is so high school, what I'm about to tell you. I literally felt like I was in high school. He was saying something about Gary did something to me or said something offensive about me, or I asked Gary to put me on, and the only way Gary was going to do that is if I sucked him off. It was so... I heard this and that. Like, I would read it, but I don't even feel like giving it that much energy.
Nah.
But, dog, I was so mad. And the reason why I did not go off at that moment is because I had to do the JONCEA show last week. And I know I needed the energy that I had in the morning because I'm not a morning person. Like, me being up in here and having to get ready, I'm not a morning person. When I have to get on set early, it takes me a minute to get started. Even Gary said on the way here, I called him to see if he wanted some breakfast. He's like, "What's up with your voice?" I'm like, I'm not here yet.
Yeah, I've never heard this voice
I try,
come from that face.
I be trying, y'all. I'm seriously. So I get all these calls from the East Coast, like on my phone when I wake up. Call me now. Call ASAP. This and that. I don't know what's going on. Because because of the certain people that's inboxing me, I know it's no one dead in my family, but this is something has to do with school, clearly, because it's everybody from Seracsville. I reach out to a couple people. Gary calls me, and I'm like boiling upset. And the reason why I'm boiling upset is because y'all don't know Gary and I's relationship. Y'all have no idea.
None. Not a clue.
How much this dude does for me. I literally can pull up right now. Gary just sent me $200 like right before my birthday. Like literally, I called him. I don't remember what it was because it don't matter what it is. Whenever I need anything, he is giving me more than any of my siblings, any of my brothers, sisters, cousins. Gary has had my back out here. And from the
You
day
had my
one,
back too, though.
Yeah, I mean but that's what we do, you know.
Absolutely.
But from day one, I remember calling you, and by this time I had already
It was
sold
2 o'clock in the morning. Go ahead.
I'm on the East Coast. I don't know what time it is, but by this time I'm already sold the salon. House is on the market. Already made the decision. I'm moving out here. Gary's the first person I called because Gary had been out here. How long?
Shit, it was 10 years then.
It was 10 years then. How long now?
I've been out here. I've been in California for 17 years. 17.
So back then it was 8 years because this will make my 9th year.
Mm-hmm.
So I know, right? So the time, dang, 17.
Yeah, no, I'm home.
17?
This is home.
Like, oh no, this is home for me too. But the very first thing Gary said to me was, "Don't move out here." And you know, coming from a DC mentality, that immediately sounds like hate. Immediately. And I'm like, why? Listen, don't move out here. Gary is telling me he's seriously coming from a place of compassion, like a big brother. But I was looking at Gary O'Neill from high school, like, don't want me to come to LA. He in LA. Like, this is my mind frame at the time when I first moved out here. Yeah, you wouldn't know that. So I'm like, why? He like, don't move out here. I'm telling you, the shit is hard. It's not what you think. Da 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 da. Whatever. I move anyway. God damn it! The one time I wish I listened to Gary. It's like, nah, look.
Man, you kind of really making me wish that you did like promise some dome or something. Before.
You're so stupid. You're so
I
stupid.
feel like you could stay with me.
I can live with Gary. No, that's another thing. Seriously, me and my friend Maya was talking about this though, on some real stuff. The dude was like, Gary said, if you want to get on, you will have to suck his dick. First of all, if Gary could get me on, because y'all don't know how Los Angeles works, Gary would.
Without question.
If Gary could get me on, Gary would get me on. Like, he will be in a position one day to do things like that. But if he was in that position right now, to the level that you guys think how stuff works out here, Gary would have me, no question about it. I don't even got to work. Gary would have me on, and vice versa.
Damn, absolutely.
Second thing, if the fuck I had to, for Gary just suck his dick to get, bitch, I would anyway. So you shut the fuck. Y'all don't know how this shit works.
Hey, well, see, look,
He
on
not
that
in
note,
that position. I'd be like, oh my God, Gary, thank you. I can get I can get a 5-star movie. Wait, if all I gotta do is suck your dick and not Harvey Weinstein, hell yeah.
Well,
so F all y'all. It's like,
well,
no.
hold up. Since
No.
you threw that out there, like, won't we start practicing now?
Never,
so that
never.
so you can just do it once or
Don't
twice, so we can
do
get
that,
the shit right on the first.
Y'all, Gary, he's joking.
You know
y'all.
what I'm
Gary,
saying?
he's joking. Gary joking because now Gary is just overdoing this shit because of that bullshit Troy put out now. and
Okay,
shit,
so
but-
here's how I'm gonna start this off. This goes for everybody, and I'm not gonna talk shit about him because we had a personal conversation and the shit's over with.
Let's did it.
But for anybody, that goes for not just us, but for anybody. Like, if you don't have concrete evidence about something, keep your fucking mouth shut, please, because that's how shit gets started. You know what I'm saying? And like. And I'm not that little kid from high school no more. Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just play with grown people like that. And again, like I said, he and I we've had a discussion. It's water under the bridge.
Right.
But this just goes for anybody. Unless you actually know or you have physical, keep your fucking mouth shut. You know
Like
what
that
I mean?
shit, and you know, honestly, that shit hurt me to the max. That shit hurt me, and it only hurt me because I know how much you have my back. When I'm hungry, I could call Gary. We go out to eat all the time. Like, we make sure each other stay up, and that's what the people from DC do to each other because we know how it is out here.
Yeah.
I remember the very first time, because shit be happening to me all the time. I remember when somebody stole my car or something. You came right up. I was walking down the street, matter of fact, in North Hollywood. And I seen you, and you was like, man, what's up? I seen on Facebook, this, such. You reached in your pocket, and you gave me $100. I remember it like I will never forget that moment. And that was the first time that you was like, here, I know how things are here. I got this 100, just take this 100. I don't know if you just got it. Whatever it is, I could just tell that you was kind of, I'm not saying giving me your last, but you was giving me something to help me. And that was like $1 million at the time. Because you know.
But I did that because, of course, you come from where I come from.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what kind of dude would I be if I let you come out here and I'm doing, I'm in a position where I can help you and I don't? What kind of dude would that say about me?
Right.
You know what I mean? What kind of person would that make me? So I'm like, anytime I had it or, if there were times where I needed it from you, it was no question. You know what I'm saying? So I would never, ever just turn my back on her out here. You know what I mean? If there were times where I wasn't able to help her, it's because I was going through something on my own. But, it's people just don't get it.
They don't get it. And, as angry as I was about that particular situation, you called me angry about another situation of another person that we went to high school with. Yeah. A girl named Ebony Baylor, I'm going to say her name because I don't give a fuck, decides she wants to come on my post. First of all, I need everybody to know, as an entertainer, we must post to stay relevant. This is how we have to work. No matter what it is, we post. I post 6-7 times a day. If you guys notice, this is just something that I have to do. I don't want to 90% of the time, but I have to. So I'll put up things that's current, whatever. I put up something about stocks. I was like, everybody's big time into this stock thing now, blah, 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 blah. First of all, it scares me when the masses begin to do things all of a sudden, things that's been done. Mm-hmm. That scares me. So I really back up. I really go the opposite way of things like that. But I had said something, and I swear it was so harmless. It was just a post. She gets on. I don't even remember what the post actually said, but I just remember me saying, I'm the investment. And what I meant by that was, I am my own investment. Like, I don't have time to invest in this Bitcoin and all of these things like that. I'm investing in me.
Absolutely.
Like, if you want to really invest in some shit, everybody that's watching, anybody that's invest in me, invest in Gary, because I will never forget that $100. I don't care how rich Gary is gonna be when I get big. He will always be in the front line, no matter what. Like, the investment. Trust me, when our names get to be huge household names, whether you understand it or not, we went to high school together. You could call us for anything.
Some of y'all.
You know what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the people who truly invested in us, and I'm not just talking about money.
No, absolutely.
I get inbox messages from people all the time.
Yeah.
I know people are praying for me all the time. Yeah. And I'm talking specifically people that went to high school with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was saying to her, I'm the investment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I don't know what that shit did, but this girl went all the way left. Talking about, that's why you be always begging for cash apps. First of all, bitch, yes I do. Because what I am not going to do is have pride and be out this motherfucker not being able to buy lotion and stuff like that, because all the money that I did make on these sets that y'all be watching, when y'all watch these TV shows and y'all watch these commercials, we have been paid for that shit. Yeah. By the time it airs and it's edited and all that stuff and you see it, we have been paid. It is 6 months ahead. So, yes, you're looking at me on TV right now on this TV show. That money has been spent. I am scrapping every way I can, and you can't keep asking all of these people. People get sick of it. They're like, shit, you was out here winning, that you shouldn't have made this dream, blah, 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 blah. So, by the time you see some stuff, let me tell you something. Yes, I am going to ask, because I'm not going to go without pads.
Absolutely.
If I could just say, excuse me, humble myself, humble your motherfucking self and ask for some stuff and see the position that we are in.
Because trust me, the same people that you asking from, had you already been in position, they be the same ones asking you for shit, especially if it's people you tight with.
Oh, please.
But I had a situation kind of similar to that too, and I think that, you know, when I asked this dude for the cash, I was really fucked up. You know what I mean? And he gave it to me. And to be honest with you, like, sometimes when you be borrowing money from a lot of people, you forget. And I totally forgot. So I was on his page one day and somebody was joning on him, and he was like, oh, so you got jokes, huh? But what's so funny is at that instant, I actually knew exactly what he was talking about. So he was like, so if it's so funny, won't you shoot that $200 back? And I was like, ooh. I'm like, okay, all right. I had it coming. It's all good. You know what I mean? But it's like some people just don't understand that. I mean, and maybe they do. Maybe they just don't care.
And the thing is, on the East Coast, yo, they got, where we from, Nick?
Motherfuckers is mad comfortable.
They got money.
Mad comfortable.
They got money. They don't know struggle for real. They don't know struggle. They might say they don't have no money, and it's only because they went to the club and spent over $150 that night just on drinks and shit.
Shit, $150. How about $1,500 to $2,000?
No,
I'm talking
that's
about a bottle.
That's the people buying the bottles. I'm talking about my regular friends who I would literally call and be like, "Can you send me $20? I'm broke." But you just had all the pictures, and no one owes me anything. So I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying it has been many people who has had my back. Mm-hmm. I can name a couple. Nikki Key, oh my God. Whenever I call her, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Nikki is doing amazing though. So you know, some people I call, some people I don't even have to call. Mm-hmm. It's this girl I went to elementary school with named Canessa. Oh my gosh. It seems like whenever I'm on her mind, boom, my cash app goes off. But see, I believe that God knows when we need to be blessed and how to bless us. But people don't know. We out here basically freelancing. Yeah. Sometimes we don't know how we're going to eat, but we know we're going to eat. And that's a good thing about growing here in Los Angeles. Yeah. We know, okay, we're going to get a check for this. We're going to get, like I did something yesterday with Buddy and Alex.
Buddy Lewis.
Buddy Lewis and Alex. Mm-hmm. The money exchange is low, but the relationship
absolutely
you build here is where the cash
Shout
comes
out to
in.
Buddy Lewis.
Yes.
Buddy.
Buddy is so funny. But it was really disturbing how she really came for me, and it really angered you. You didn't say anything, and you said you wanted to, but he was
it wasn't
really
my place.
he was really angry because it's someone that we knew, someone that we thought, well, I thought was kind of cheering me on. But you find out the truth about a person if you just let them talk long enough. You'll see where a person's heart is.
Yeah, and not only that, everybody that you think is actually cheering you on, they really not.
Yeah.
And there's memes that come out where they be like, they watching you. You might not see them watching you, but they looking at you to see what you do. And it's easy for everybody to post all the good shit. You know what I'm saying? And but it's difficult to post struggles. I mean, that's with anybody. So it's not like we can't do it. We just won't do it. But
I'll take that. Gary won't. I nicely take y'all on this damn ride with me because I don't want nobody when I get to the top speaking out their mouth. She didn't have the hardships. No, you going on this road with me, so you'll see when I get that Oscar how I deserve that joint from the beginning. Gary even called me one day, was like, "So stop putting all your business out there," because he was getting sick of me telling everybody everything. But I was like, Gary, I'm a different breed. Like, I don't care anymore because I had so much back at home, and to go from that to absolutely nothing was a new world for me.
it's a test. But and that's another thing I was gonna say is because like with this test that happened with, and the test that happened
recently.
with you, those were tests.
Yeah, he told me that too.
And in order for us to graduate to that next level of what we're doing, we're going to have tests like that. I'm not going to say we failed, but it kind of rattled us. So especially when it's something that's not true. You know what I mean?
That's the only thing.
So-
and then it's something so violent. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
come on, you're
Nick,
literally saying that I'm sucking this dude's dick. Like, that's so
Well, that
violent.
wasn't the violent part.
It was violent.
Unless
It was
you
violent. Gary joking, but
teeth on it,
it was
but-
violent because
He told me that if it was true, I couldn't come home. Like, he's like, you can't come home.
Ever
You're like,
come back
you're
to-
not welcome.
to
around.
Clinton.
So just fuck
to
my
save
family.
Clinton.
You know what I mean? Fuck my family. Fuck everything. And I was like,
Clinton
I'm
is like the Baldwin Hills dog.
Is this guy like a mob boss or something?
next question.
Like I don't
He's
understand.
not a
No,
mob boss,
he's
dog.
not.
Like,
He's
I
not.
I don't even know where the shit came
He
from.
he's somebody we grew up with, and
And he said he called himself protecting me, but I'm saying you cannot protect me with something that's not true.
But not only that, I told him, I was like, had that been true, that ain't none of your business, dog.
that part.
That's none of your business. Like that will be between me and her or whoever else was involved. But I mean, he totally, and then putting the middle finger up, calling me a chump and all
Did he
kinds
use
of
on
the
his
emoji?
birthday.
yeah, on my birthday.
It's my
He give you a
man's
middle
birthday.
finger emoji.
He put effort into it.
See, I can't. This is my.
He put a lot of effort into it. And I was like, because Dana hit me up and was like, why is he going at you like this? And then I'm sitting here like, I'm enjoying my day. I'm in North Carolina. I'm with my family. I'm chilling. So I stepped to the side and I'm like, all right, I got to figure some shit out. Because I'm like, that right there, I'm like, if the man had an issue with me, he should have just came to me. So, I mean, after talking to JONCEA, I'm understanding that this shit was going on for like a year or so.
No. What happened was I was about to inbox him and cuss his ass out. Then I seen a message from the summer where he was like, somebody told me that somebody said something.
Who the
So I
fuck
was
does
like,
he know out here?
What the fuck? It was so elementary, it makes me itch.
And it's
Like,
crazy because I'm sitting here like, I know the relationship I got with her. If some
That's-
shit go down, she gonna come talk to me about it. So I called her and I was like,
Call
what's
me like,
good?
yo, what's going on, yo?
What's happening?
And he's a little angry, which I don't see Gary angry, you
Right.
know. So I'm like, what's wrong? Like, I'm getting dressed, I'm trying to get ready for this show, and I once again, the person I had last week, the energy was going to be, I needed my energy, so I was like, what's wrong, man? That shit was wild. Y'all gotta chill.
But again, like I said, it's water under the bridge. If you watching, dog, it's all good. Cause I used to support you when during your dark times. We talked about this, you know. He had a little, few misfortunes happen, but I always checked in with his folks about him. I prayed for him and everything. And then for him to do that, like that shit really hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, that was a test. That was a test for me to graduate to whatever level that I'm getting
And
ready to
that's
go
what
to
Gary
now.
kept texting me. He kept
And-
saying, "Johnson, it's a test.
It's just a
Because
test.
I was so. it's a little bit humiliating if you ask me, but I didn't take it that far. But because I knew it wasn't real or true. But to me, it's like I don't want nothing to come in between me and my brother. We out here. It's just us two. Y'all don't get it. It's just us. We come from a whole damn school of people, and it's just us in what we do. It's a couple people out here, but they don't hang with us. They don't associate with us.
No.
They don't do what we do. Like, we get it.
Stuff like this usually happens, like in sports. You know what I mean? Like you'll see, like I'll use Michael Vick or somebody like that as an example, where people grew up together and they ended up getting into the same thing and doing well with it. And we're doing well. We're doing well. But for us to come from the same high school and everything, like that's dope. And then we got each other's back out here. Right. So it's not like, again, like I said, like what kind of dude would that make me if I completely turned my back on you if I saw, or either vice versa. You know what I mean?
Any
like
opportunity, like that's not how this works anyway. Mm-hmm. That's not how it works. Even if Gary had his own show, he would be like, okay, my girl JONCEA will be good for this show. Because let me just explain to y'all how this works. I still can't walk onto Gary's show and just be in. I would have to still audition because there are people investing in this show. It's not just Gary. You know what I'm saying? I would have to audition for the part, and Gary would have to see that I'm good for the part. These are things that y'all don't know. It ain't no just, oh, he on or why this person didn't put this person on. It's a lot of layers to this stuff. So to even say some whack stuff like he said he was gonna put him on if she didn't suck his dick, that's so whack. That's not how it works. Cut it.
Can I ask a question? And this is coming from somebody who I've literally grown up in, literally since I was 5. Right?
Yeah, Nick's from here, guys.
I just no. I'm saying Hollywood. Like
right.
I've literally been on set since I was on a Living Color set before J-Lo. So
okay.
I'm interested to know what is being put on.
Exactly.
That's a good question, because even the question off of that, what do you do? And I'm not talking about her.
No,
but I'm just talking about people.
That's what I'm like. What is, because what I've known about Hollywood is a lot of times black people, like you said, JONCEA, earlier, don't like to humble themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I used to be on sets, I would realize there was no black cameraman, no black people working grip, nobody doing lights. All these people make $100,000 a year.
Right.
And they never out of work. Every time a show ends, if
all
them actors get fired, it don't matter, because that light guy, he gonna move right over to the next studio.
Absolutely.
His money's not gonna. So I used to always wonder, in Hollywood, you never see black people behind the set. So I often wonder when they say being put on. I often wonder what people even what are we talking about? Like, do you just want? I don't even know what that means.
Level like that?
Because you can't say that. You can't. If you was a professional baseball player, I can't call you and like, yo, Gary, put me on. You on the Yankees, nigga? Put me on.
30 pounds.
Put you on what, nigga? You gonna get Gatorade or something? Like,
but that's what it is. Putting somebody on basically means them being part of your entourage. Now, like,
or them being, maybe it means. I'm just trying to figure out what it means from the other side of town.
Call in. Somebody call in and tell us what does put on mean, please. I don't know. I'm just turning the phone.
Okay, somebody call at 818-914-4087. Let us know what put on means, because we're actually here on the West Coast, and we're trying to figure out what it means to put someone on, because that I don't get it.
Like I said, I think. Because I was talking to my brother about this the other day, because I have somebody that's on. And when I was younger, I would be like, yo, put me on. And I'm sitting there now, I'm thinking, like, this guy's in the music business. I don't sing. So how the hell is he going to put me on?
Right.
And he's like, well, what do you do? I'm like, well, I get back to you on that.
Right.
But nah, I mean, put you on, and my definition, my interpretation would be that, a hanger on. Somebody that's part of the entourage, they carry bags, because I always used to hear people be like, yo, let me carry your bags or something. Like,
joking.
No, serious.
Like, for real?
Yeah, I'm like, damn. Yeah. But I'm like, you gonna just completely demote yourself to carrying my bags?
Do we need someone to carry bags?
Well, not no more.
I guess because we got everything in our phone.
Nah, this shit got wheels on it. Right. So you can
roll
roll my bag.
Hey, y'all share everybody that's watching this, share this video real quick.
Share it.
Like, share, and subscribe to the JONCEA show.
Do it.
So let's get into some real talk. Some real talk. What made you move here to Cali, Gary?
I moved here to Cali because I wanted to get into acting. I got tricked by my aunt, Joanne. She used to work the front desk at the North Carolina School of the Arts. So my aunt lied to me and was like, yo, Jada Pinkett goes here. This is early 90s. And this is like right when she was playing Lena on A Different World. And I'm like, yo, I was in love with Jada Pinkett. Jada Pinkett Smith, I'm sorry. And I was like, all right, cool. I have never done acting before. But what's funnier than that is I always used to say I'm going to be an actor. Motherfuckers used to laugh at me because I said that. So I was like, all right, cool. So I ended up going to the North Carolina School of the Arts. And actually went to school with some A-list celebrities, like the A-list celebrities right now. Anthony Mackie went there, Danny McBride, and Sage Stallone, rest in peace, who's no longer with us. But like I was surrounded by these people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was fascinated. I really didn't know much about getting into acting because I thought you just stood up in front of a camera and they just throw words at you and you do it. Nah, that shit is very technical. You really have to be able to be in the moment, but as somebody else, as an actor.
Yeah.
And like I've worked on a few projects where things that I've grown. I've grown within my craft as far as acting, and I'm taking it real serious now. I also got into stand-up comedy, but I didn't do comedy in DC. I started doing stand-up comedy here.
Here.
And because after a while, it's like you hear so many people being like, dude, you funny as hell. You should do this. And back then, when I was in high school, cracking jokes and joning, I didn't realize this was my calling.
This is who we are.
Yeah. And my parents never even, they knew I was funny as hell, but nobody really tapped into it to be like, yo, let's get some money out of this
Parents
shit.
didn't first of all, on the East Coast, it's government.
Yeah.
If you don't really practically have your own business, you are working in the government making the same amount as the light guy here. You are making a lot of money a year in government. So that's what your parents push. You know, they push government or a doctor, lawyer, that type of stuff.
Well, yeah, my parents always said you can do whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's what my mom said too.
Yeah, they always gave us the option because I look at certain people whose parents pushed them into doing things, especially actors. Like I've seen people's parents push them into being actors, and they ended up getting all fucked up and turned out on drugs and shit.
That's out here.
Yeah, because they really didn't want to do it.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing back home though. Parents that push their kids into going to college and doing things they didn't really want to do it, they grow up miserable adults.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I remember the reason why I wanted to move to LA. I had lost 12 people. It was a season where between 2008, the end of 2008, I would say November 2008 to 2011, 12 people died.
Damn, I'm sorry.
In my family. Literally 12 people. Like, some people have never lost anyone close to them. Man, my family and friends were dropping like flies. I just remember it was just crazy. My dad, my grandmother, my nephew, like different people. And I just remember one day just thinking, oh my God, I'm going to die. Like, that's all I thought. And I was like, I will never know if I'm the funniest female in the world if I don't get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I had this long, like, epiphany, like, oh my God. And I had this huge, successful business with the most wonderful people around me at all times. These wonderful children that God blessed me with to raise. These wonderful parents. I had all of these things. Well, my father had passed on, but, you know, still had my mom. And I still was just like, I gotta go.
It wasn't your calling.
This isn't my calling at all. Even though I was very good at what I did, it didn't sit well with me. And I just remember saying, I gotta go all the way. Because I was already doing comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I can't just stop here. People enjoy what I do too much to stop here.
Yeah.
I gotta explore this thing. And that's how I got here.
Absolutely. Now tell me if this has ever happened to you, because this is why I stopped fucking with a lot of people from home. I fuck with a lot of y'all, but some of y'all I had to cut back. Have you ever confided in some of your closest people as far as your dreams and the things that you are aspiring to do, and they shrug it off?
Absolutely.
Well,
All the time.
and I've done that with a few people that I'm really tight with, and they shrugged it off, and I was like, I mean, they were very dismissive about it. It's like, all right, that shit ain't gonna happen.
It is not gonna happen.
So,
I have a cousin. He said one day, he was like, "You're never gonna be big. I don't know why you keep doing it. Nobody gives a fuck about laugh tracks. No matter what I did, it was like, you're not gonna such and such, such and such." Yo, they put the fuel on my fire.
Yo, and like I said,
Can I tell you something? I'm not gonna say his person name. This is my dog, but I got a really really close. This like my little brother.
This my boy Nick, y'all. I have 15 years worth of friendship.
Yeah, this my
here.
nigga
15
for real.
years.
I didn't even know Gary knew Nick until today.
Yeah, this is
I'm
my
a little
nigga. My
excited.
nigga, we go way back. So, but this is my nigga. I'm talking about. I raised this nigga, right? He is the most negative person you will ever encounter. He think of shit that will go wrong that you couldn't even imagine.
Can't imagine.
So I used to be really upset about this. Like I don't like bitch ass shit. I can't be around it. I'm a spaz.
Right.
I almost killed this nigga about 3 times. One day my brother just broke it down to me. He was like, "Listen, you looking at it wrong. You need to just talk to this nigga when you need to get some information that you normally wouldn't think of." So now when I come up with a plan and shit, and after I work everything out, I call this nigga and tell him about it. Just so he can tell me shit that I might not think of that could possibly go wrong.
That makes so much sense.
And now we have the best relationship.
The negative, because
I just learned how to use it.
Yeah.
Okay, that
And
makes sense.
Because he good at thinking about shit that I just would never even imagine.
Yeah,
Nigga,
'cause,
like,
I mean, people, I call them dream killers,
Mm-hmm.
but some people I don't think they mean to do it. It's just that they can't envision their life being any further than where it is.
Well,
So the things you say sound like bubble gum.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just more or less a matter of I was bold enough to take that step to leave my comfort zone. Because where we from, everybody's comfortable. Not to say that I
Right,
mean,
right.
that's not a bad thing. They're comfortable
Ain't
because
nobody
they're
sleeping
doing
on nobody's couch.
no, they're doing what they love to do. But I've slept in my car before and had to, make it the best way. I've slept in my car. You know what I mean? I had to do all of that type of stuff. But that's nothing to somebody like JONCEA and I or to other people.
I keep telling them, like, everybody that comes here is like, yeah, if you're on a couch, you're safe.
Yeah.
Look, we sleeping in a car. At least you got a car to sleep in.
But
Some people don't.
check it out though. It's like when I went through that period when I was sleeping through my car, when I say I was at peace, but I think that's because I ain't had to pay no motherfucking bills.
Yeah.
But
That's what the homeless people out here say. When I feed the homeless, they be like, we don't have no bills. We don't have nothing. We don't pay nothing. And look, they said people walk up to us and give us money. Y'all feed us all day long. People are coming down feeding us. I was like,
what do you need?
ooh, this is making sense. But
Yeah.
I ain't homeless in the mind, but I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
And then some of those people that I feed, like I got one of my boys that was in a drug rehab program, and we would do sack lunches where we would go around just to the bridges in Sherman Oaks and in the Valley, and just feed these people.
Yeah.
And some of these people came out here and were in the entertainment business.
Absolutely. They were us.
Yeah. Another thing that a lot of people don't realize. This is something that you guys will never understand and you'll never get. The average, you can look this up. The average lifespan, not lifespan, but span for somebody coming from out of state to come here to to get into entertainment business is 6 fucking months. You know what I'm saying? It's 6 months. You come out here, you think because your uncle told you was funny or you can act that you can bring your ass out here and walk into an audition, probably never gone to an audition before or been in front of producers with their attitudes and shit like that. We deal with people like that you go into an audition and you go in there and do your thing, man, they on their computer. They not even looking at you. But I'm getting off track.
They could care less. And might I ask, it could be someone recommended. Oh, my girl JONCEA is going to be good for your show.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck when I walk in there. Oh yeah, my sister,
Yeah, just
my
stand
blood
over there.
sister
Yeah.
told me about you. Yeah, great. Stand over there somewhere. Like,
But the span is 6 months. I've been here 17 years, and she's been here 9. So,
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to come out here and try this, I mean, you're more than welcome to, but you better have a game. You better have a foolproof plan.
I say this: you better be strong.
Yeah.
strong-minded, because even if you got a plan, that shit ain't going. I ain't gonna say it ain't gonna work, but just be ready for your plans to just veer off completely.
Yeah.
Just be ready
Yeah.
and be strong, because Los Angeles gets rid of all bums. And when I say that the weak gotta go home.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta go home. And it's some people, most of the homelessness, because we have the biggest homelessness in the nation, but most of the homelessness comes from people who are determined not to go home, but they'll just live here on the streets.
I can't do that.
They're determined not to go home. And my
Anymore.
thing is this: I could always come home, but I made it where there was nothing or no one to come home to.
Well, for me, I think going home, and again, this is nothing about you guys. This is just how I feel because of what I'm in, and I'm
Right.
trying to accomplish an ultimate goal. I feel like if I stop doing, acting and comedy and stuff here, and I go home, to me, that means I'm accepting failure. And
Right.
a lot of y'all remember me from when I was younger. Like I used to laugh and giggle, and nobody ever thought I was serious. Well, I'm serious now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think California is what changed me.
California's boot camp, yo.
Man, listen, this shit helped me grow the
It's college.
fuck up.
It's like
This
it's
is
like your
college.
doctoring, dog.
Oh
It's some
my
high
God.
level.
California.
That's why a lot of people go home. They can't take it. They
Nope.
can't sleep in their car. Like
Nope.
coming where we come from, ain't nobody sleeping on no couches and not, having $4 in their account and
Man.
sharing tacos,
Listen,
sharing $2 for $1 tacos.
I remember
Nobody
having
doing that.
phone conversations with some of my homeboys, and they was like, "Man, I don't know why you won't come home. You act
Right.
out there scared to ask for help." I'm like, "Okay, all right, cool." So, fast forward to like when I met Nick.
Yeah.
I used to work at 24 Hour Fitness in the Sherman Oaks Galleria, and that is where this job was a blessing to
Yeah.
me. I will never ever talk shit about 24 Hour Fitness, because at 24 Hour Fitness, I met and have relationships with some of the biggest people in Hollywood. I'm talking about producers, actors, singers, athletes, everything. Like I this one job, all I did was come in there and be the same dude that y'all know. I'm in there joning, cracking
told you.
jokes with people.
I
That's
told
you.
all I
When I
used to
came
do.
in,
I
Nick
did-
said this morning that you would be signing people in and be joking,
talking
just
shit. That's what I do, and that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I've realized about all of these people, like the celebrities and stuff, that I'm not saying that I'm not bragging, even though Trey Elliott will probably say this is humble bragging, but all of these celebrities that I met and have relationships and friendships with, I was just being me.
yeah.
Because it's tough, like it's tough as hell to find real people out here. It's hard as shit to find real people out here.
I remember Cat Williams saying to me one day at Red Grant's house.
Name
He
dropping.
said, yeah.
She said, "Yeah."
Nah, I ain't name dropping. I'm literally telling.
Shout out to Red. What's up, Red?
Shout out to Red. It's another brother that takes care of JONCEA. Whoa. I don't know where I would be without Red.
I got
But
love for that cat,
Red
man.
Grant, Cat Williams said to me, whatever you do not change who you are out here for nobody.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you are funny, you have a personality, and he said, you're the whole package. Whether you understand or believe that, don't change who you are for anybody out here. Because people get out here and get Hollywood. You talking about can name drop on a nigga that came from home, came out here and got Hollywood on a sister, and it's like, I done been here. I was here longer than you. I know how this works.
Somebody from home?
I ain't gonna,
We'll,
like I said,
we'll talk about you off camera.
and the motherfucker know who he is, but whatever.
Ooh.
It don't matter. But don't come out here and get Hollywood and think that's gonna put you somewhere.
Because you know why? Because a lot of people that's acting like that, they ain't even on yet. They got a straw in their nose breathing in air from underneath the water.
And if you knew really how this works, most of the people that are household name A-listers, B-listers, whatever you want to call them, are very down to earth and humble.
Very.
They're regular. They're normal. They just, you could go chill with them, have a drink with them, this and that. And this is how you build relationships. People don't want to be with no Hollywood. People don't want that Hollywood energy that you come in. So if you're watching this and you're actually in LA and you think you got to put on this front and do all this, you don't. sometimes I don't do my hair and I go outside. Like, I'll be on set, like, I don't care. Like, and I'm not saying I don't care, but what I'm saying is I'm myself, because we got to go there and get made up and all this anyway. Half of them come made up already and all this. You're doing too much. You're not being who you really are, and that's who people really attract.
Yeah, we have amazing personalities, and we've always had this type of personality.
This is who we are.
We've always been outspoken, and we speak our mind. So it's like a lot of people. But you know what's so funny? I'll also say this: even the dude that banged on me.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for somebody like him, if it wasn't for cats like my boy Bobo, if it wasn't for Greg Reed, rest in peace, that was one of my brothers. Like, if it wasn't for
Greg
and
Brian.
No, Brady. No, Brian. Brady's still alive.
Brian was my
Brian.
age.
If it wasn't for Jose Smith, if it wasn't for even some females, even Tanya Scott. I mean, Tanya Scott, Tanya, damn.
Name dropping.
No,
It's
these
like,
are people
he named
that we
dropping,
grew
no.
up with. If it wasn't for cats like this, I wouldn't be out here joning and make these motherfuckers used to keep me on my toes.
Shay
Dixon,
Dixon,
of course.
My brother.
Yeah.
Like,
Shout out to
we
Shay.
literally, my family would fry. I'm not even letting my family meet my dude. Look, you're
They
not
gonna
even
fry his ass.
They gonna fry everybody. Well, my
Tanya
dude gonna
Wilson,
fry 'em
that
back,
was her
though.
name.
Oh yeah.
Rest in peace, Tanya. But if it wasn't for people like that, like, that I had somebody to joan on, or they joned on me. If it wasn't for people like that, I wouldn't have been this sharp. So I got my craft from y'all.
You guys were
So,
our boot camp.
Yeah. How could I ever turn my back or turn my nose up at somebody that was helping me and they didn't even know they were helping me? You know what I mean? But I'm thinking enough about
But the thing is, what people don't understand, like, we need our family.
Mm-hmm.
Our background is who we are. They're our family. Like, they are the ones that keep us going, that push us. So when somebody throws this ridiculous curveballs and things like that, it's like somebody from the family just came for us, and we're already fighting out here. We need, our family's our protection. Like, we know that's our comfort. We know. How can you tell somebody that's their comfort, that they can't come back to their comfort over some bullshit that ain't even true?
But you know what that also means too is that if you ain't busy, this is the shit that happens. When you're not busy, this is what goes on. You know what I mean?
My dad also told me that if people aren't talking about you, you're not doing shit.
You ain't doing shit.
He always used to say that.
Yeah.
You ain't doing shit. If somebody ain't dogging you, if somebody ain't talking about you, you ain't doing shit. So,
And that's
like you
cool.
said, it's another level.
Yeah,
It's a new level.
and that's cool. I get it.
Once
but
you
again,
pass the test.
once you, but the this is for anybody. You know what I mean? When you see something like that happen, or somebody comes at you and be like, "Hey, man, somebody said this and somebody said that," you have to recognize that this is a test, and in order for you to graduate to that next level to where you're going, you have to acknowledge that in the beginning before you get mad or anything. Like, especially if it's not true. You know what I mean? But
Gary
if it's
kept
true,
saying, Joncea, it's a test.
yeah,
It's a test.
If it's true, get in front of it. Get in front
Yeah.
of whatever it is and handle it. But
Yeah.
if it ain't true, it's a test. Keep moving. Don't let it stop you, because it's put there because you're about to graduate. And when you understand that you're getting ready to graduate, it ain't gonna be shit. It ain't even gonna be a bump in the road.
You know that. So speaking of tests, I got a question.
Mhm.
Well, not really a question. This is an event that happened in your life that I know was really hard. Christophe St. John.
Yeah. That
Talk about it.
That dude, man. Like, here's the funny thing, is I met Christophe back in 1996 at the For Sisters Only, because, okay, I'm a name drop, but you already
Go
know.
ahead. No,
So
it's okay.
Usher, y'all already know, that's my first cousin. Usher was performing. This is like his very first album, and Casey and JoJo were there, and Christophe St. John came in the back, where we were, and he was still on. I mean, shit, that's the only job he ever had, was Young and the Restless. But he came in.
That's not true. I seen him. Look, I've been watching a
I'm
different
talking about
world.
since. Oh well, yeah. He guest
was
appeared
on.
on a
He
lot of
had
stuff.
little stuff like we
Yeah.
have, little guest stuff
Yeah.
coming up. But
So he came in the back and he was like talking about Usher. He was like, "Yo, this dude's gonna take over the world." And what was dope about it is Christoph was so cool back then that he gave me an autograph for my mother. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So my mother still actually has this picture. It's somewhere. I don't know where it is. But fast forward to maybe about 2005. And I'm working at 24 Hour Fitness in the Sherman Oaks Galleria.
right.
And Christoph used to work out there. And, I never wanted to be like, hey, you remember me, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm sure, man, people like that, they meet people all the time.
Day, every day.
But I told him, I was like, yo, I met you back in 96 during Usher's concert. He was like, I kind of remember. And then my grandmother, rest in peace, who's no longer with us, was a huge Christoph St. John fan. And he ended up signing a script from an episode of, Young and the Restless. And I never got the shit, but he was supposed to give it to my grandmother. But since then, we became really good friends. Like the dude was like he was like a real big brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he schooled me to how this entertainment business was. So he kind of
took you under his wing.
He totally took me under his wing, and all the way up until like his passing. Like I would talk to the dude every day, and he was so selfless because he would set his problems aside to help me with mine. And I don't know if I've talked to you about this before, but the woman that I was dating was pregnant and she had a miscarriage. And
oh man, dang. This is the living room.
like the kid like died the same.
Oh.
The baby, it wasn't really a baby, but she had the miscarriage on the same day that he died.
That's tough.
That shit was mad difficult.
Yeah.
Like, it was real difficult. Because it's like, he was there. Like in his it's difficult to be there for somebody in their dark times, and they're not even thinking about their problems. They put their shit aside for yours. And it's like some people just, I don't downplay or discredit nothing that nobody's going through, but it's like, yo, when you got somebody that rides for you like that,
yeah,
it's amazing.
Especially out here, like
Yeah.
people don't get it. People don't get it.
And then on top of that, I just shot I can't really talk about it too much, but I shot a pilot, and it's going to get picked up by something really big, and I can't say anything,
Right.
but it's something that my boy Mark Klebanoff and Christoph, they wrote and produced together, and I shot it. And the character that I'm playing was supposed to play opposite of Christoph. This was Christoph's character, and I didn't get a chance to work with him.
Right.
But I can say that during the production, like, his presence was totally there. Like, the whole time we were filming, like, there wasn't anything crazy that happened. The whole production was extremely smooth. So he used to have a saying called "I stay looking up," and anytime I feel like shit ain't working or it's dark, I always say that. And when I say that things get better, like, the shit y'all just don't get it, man. But
I didn't. I totally apologize.
that's cool. I mean, listen.
I mean, I did not know about the miscarriage. Gary, by the way, is very private, so this is big.
Yeah, and I remember all that. I used to always talk. Now I don't say shit.
Gary is he's actually Gary is actually one of the people. Him and my boyfriend are actually people who are teaching me how to just say a little bit less and show a little bit more. And I've been working on that.
She continue using her, Jesus. Continue working on her.
Because Gary is kind of private, but I'm sorry about the fact that you had to lose two people.
Yeah.
In the same day, but
Yeah.
God doesn't make any mistakes, and
No, he doesn't.
He's watching over you. But Christoph is Did they actually say what happened to him?
Yeah, but I just he's in a great place now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He's resting with his son Julian, and they're happy, and
Because that's another thing people don't realize. His son had passed away. These are things that go on out here that people just don't know because we are in front of the camera. No matter how we are feeling, the people that cast us are depending on us to be that character.
yeah.
And I remember shooting laugh tracks, and I remember my best friend's mother dying, and I was not there. When my dad died, my best friend never left my side.
Mm-hmm.
I remember her mother dying, and she FaceTimed me with her passed away in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, Mom is gone. Do you want to see her? And I said no. And then I said yes. But I was very angry because I wanted to come home when I heard that she only had a couple of days to live.
Mm-hmm.
And they begged me to stay. They said they would pay for my flight home if I could just stay and shoot all of my stuff. They rearranged everything to shoot all of my stuff that week.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Tuesday. They said that she had to, no, it was a Friday. They gave her a week. So they moved everything around and we shot. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Tuesday is when she died.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted, they said we will have you home by Wednesday, Thursday, something. Whatever happened, I wasn't there. Those episodes, the episode of the waxing and the episode of when I played Shantae Wayans, those were the two episodes that literally I was filming while she died.
Mm-hmm.
I cried. They had to redo my makeup. I cried so bad that people were crying around me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about the lights, the camera, the production. The whole set was just glim. But you would never know if you saw those episodes. They were actually came out to be the best episodes, which I still don't know how, but I can't watch them
I understand.
because I knew. I watched them, but I can't really watch them. I hate to watch them because I knew what I was going through at the time, and every time I see them, it brings it back.
Yeah.
And what I don't think people get when you hear shit like, yeah, but you be begging and you cashing, but you don't even get the struggle of not being with your family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Having a grandkid and not being there and watching her grow, watching your nieces and nephews, kids who you raise grow, their kids grow. You don't get this life, this struggle, you don't get the things that we go through. And
Right.
then
But that's why, because they don't understand, I think, to be honest with you, it's probably not for them to understand.
Yeah.
But what this does for you is it serves as fuel
Yeah.
for you to push yourself to become greater. You know what I mean? Because there's always going to be something that's going to drive you.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't it be something like that versus somebody always having some dumb shit to say, especially when they talking
Right.
out their ass and they don't know what they're talking about.
all the
But
time.
when you use things like that,
So,
I'm gonna blow my
you
nose.
got a napkin. Where's y'all Chick-fil-A bag napkins? Like, look,
I still got food in there.
is it a napkin in there? Look,
This is the crying section of
the crying. I
But
cry
no.
every show almost. I try not to because my makeup, this is.
would let you blow your nose on my sweatshirt, but there's a promotion that I have to put on for this. So why don't I do my plug now?
Go ahead.
The sweatshirt that I'm wearing is MSX by Michael Strahan. This is MSX by Michael Strahan. You can get it at
Thanks.
it's online JC Penney. I have on shorts as well. Is that a caller or is that Time for me to shut the fuck up.
Caller, thank you for calling. Tell us where you're calling from and your name.
This is Ted McCain calling from the DMV.
My boy.
I just wanted to shout out my boy. I wanted to shout my boy Gary out, man. I want to let him know I'm proud of him.
Thank you, brother.
Seeing him, I'm watching you guys on the YouTube. And seeing y'all getting emotional and telling your stories. I just learned I learned some things about my boy. This my guy that I didn't even know about. But salute to him. Keep doing that work.
Definitely. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank
and
you,
and my
Kent.
guy has I just did Mike's plug. My boy Kent got a line. It's called Kenny Parker. Kent, you got to spell it for him, though. It's Kenny Parker. That's his clothing line.
Seeing y'all getting emotional and telling your story. I learned some things.
He's jerking off.
Kenny,
Sound good on here.
Yo,
you gotta turn your phone down when you call in a radio station.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still at work, too.
Hey,
Yo, G, you know I'm on the clock. I'm out here. I'm taking a little lunch break. I see you on there breaking down, boy. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, I
Hey,
love
shout
you,
your
kid.
love you too, man. Shout your clothing line out. It's called Kenny Parker. But shout it out.
Kenny Parker Apparel, KennyParkerApparel.com. You can check me out. Support black businesses.
Absolutely.
You know. Hey, G, why you never brought homegirl around when we was in the city?
JONCEA?
Gross.
Because she probably was jet setting around.
Hanging with Gary O'Neill, other than us being out here together,
Yeah,
we would have never hung it out where we live.
Because
if
we'd
didn't
have
move
been
here.
ducking behind cars shooting at each other.
Are you kidding me? Why you never brought her around? Are you kidding me? I
BB
don't want to
gun
hang
fights.
with none of y'all. I know who you are too. Like, it's like you don't know me, but you know you guys were older. You guys were my brother's age. Well, my brother's a little bit older than y'all, but
Nah, Ken is from New York.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, Ken is. I met this
Oh,
brother
my
when I used
bad.
to work in Virginia.
That's how you know I was lying. I know you too. No,
I used to work somewhere, Hollywood.
right. That
Oh,
was
yeah,
shit.
I know you.
It's like,
But no,
So I hold you, bro. I really wanted to tap in, man. You know what I'm saying? I saw the invite. I wanted to tap in and see what it was all about. And like I said, I seen a different side to you. You know, we just shook hands 2 days ago, and I just seen a different side to you,
Hey,
man.
listen,
and
I
I really respect what you're doing, bro.
Yeah.
If I
Appreciate
haven't
you,
told you that already 1,000 times, I'm telling you again.
absolutely,
Thank
man.
you so
you know I
much.
love you, big dog.
I can't wait to meet you.
No doubt. Oh yeah, I'm trying to come through this sometime in the summer.
All right.
You know?
I hope I'm here. If I'm here,
All
let's
right,
do
now.
lunch. Yo treat,
Yes, definitely,
nigga.
definitely.
Yo treat.
Hey, much love, much respect. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing.
All
Thanks,
right,
brother.
man. Thank you for watching.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's my homeboy, man. Like Kent, another dude that's had my back from day one
Yeah.
since I met him. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And always, like, we was just talking about this today, man. Like I've seen both of his kids grow. His kids are in their 20s now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And dude has had my back from day one. He from New York. He a New York cat. And he has an amazing story. And once he told me his story when I first met him, man, I had nothing but respect for this dude. Nothing. Like I could never get mad at this nigga about
Like
nothing.
the people that get it really get it. It's some
Yeah.
excuse me. It's some people that get it, and the people that get it, like I will go on record to say, my mother really gets it.
Mhm.
She doesn't get a person moving and just changing their whole lifestyle.
Mhm.
She has adapted to it now, but I used to call her like, Mom, I really need, and my mother, what, I'll do my best. I'll see what I can do. Da 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 da. My mother had me from the beginning.
Mhm.
She has a sister that doesn't get it.
Mhm.
My mom's sister, and you know, my aunt she's a wonderful lady, but I don't think she gets the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because it just makes no sense, and I understand that.
Yeah.
And there was times where my mother needed her to help me, and she wouldn't because she was just tired. Why do you keep giving her $1,000? Why do you keep doing this and that? Like, Mom, I really need a car. Like, she'll give me the down payment of a car. Maybe and a down payment is what run you about a good $1,000 or something like that. That's not a lot of money from where we come from. But
No.
here, once again, it'll push me so much further.
Yeah.
People don't get that out here.
My mother
Like-
just told me not too long ago. She was like, I understand now. But it took her to listen to somebody's success story, somebody that already made it, and then she was like, "Oh, this is the same thing that my son is going through," and she was like, "Yo, I completely understand now," but I'm like, you weren't listening when I was telling you,
because they didn't understand that. Because
Yeah.
I mean, and I used to tell my mom, "You don't have to understand. You just have to." I just tell my mom, "You just have to support me. Don't understand it. It's not. You won't understand it.
Yeah.
But you know, you will." Caller, thank you for calling. State your name, where you're calling from.
Caller.
This is an important message from Spectrum Business.
Who did that?
Yikes!
Oh, they was really calling.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm like,
Only
all
John
right.
see it. Let me tell y'all something. I get spammed on my show, off my show. Scam likely. I wish he was my boyfriend because he calls me like way more than my boyfriend calls. like my boyfriend calls enough, but scam likely. Oh my God, he checks on me like 3-4 times a day. like and Spectrum. I don't know. Maybe we need to pay some bills. I don't know why they're calling.
No, internet was out yesterday. They had a power outage in Spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, all the internet went out.
Oh.
I don't I ain't messing with Spectrum, but I ain't gonna dog them out on live air because they
Nah, I had to
keep
get rid
y'all
of
shit
Spectrum.
off for a little bit.
I had to get rid of Spectrum.
But no, man.
The week could go home. Shout
yeah.
out to everybody in the chat really fast, y'all. Thank you for chatting with us. Thank you for watching. Maya, McKay, Marie, who's Stoker's Adventure? Hey, Don, Dana, everybody's in the chat right now.
Dawn.
Say hi if you want a quick little shout out.
What's
But,
up, Dawn?
I also learned some stuff about Gary that I didn't know. I know a lot of stuff about Gary, though, believe it or not. We have a lot of intimate talks. I know a lot of things that, he doesn't really wish to discuss, but I just want to just say, seriously, and Gary would never say what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say this on his behalf. And I don't know where he is in his life financially. I don't even care. I don't know. I'm just saying that if ever any of us cross your mind, send a Cash App if you got it. Just send him, like,
Nick.
your boy that watch. I'm
Nick, I'm
like
like-
I said, I don't know where. I know you got some things going on. I do know it.
I don't need it, but do it anyway.
You don't. But I'm just saying it's never, like, not enough. We'll let you know when we need you to stop, And no, we're not in positions where we have to, 2020 has been amazing for me. But
Yeah, because I ain't got shit. Come on, man. What are y'all doing?
Gary did just move. Caller, thank you for calling. State your name and where you calling from.
Dang,
Clinton,
we're
Maryland.
Hey, girl.
Dana from Clinton, Maryland.
Hey, Dana. What's up?
I just want to tell y'all I'm really, really proud of y'all. Y'all done made me cry. Y'all done made me laugh. All that good stuff. Keep up the good work. I love both of y'all from the bottom of my heart. And that's all I really got to say. I don't have too much to say. I mean, y'all already know.
Oh, yeah. Hey, and I'm sorry I couldn't make it over yesterday, the other day. I had, you know what I told you I had to go do, so, I got caught up with that, but you can make me some seafood, and we can talk shit, and all you want when I come back next month. No.
I'm coming home in July, the end of July. Somebody throw a crab feast or something. I need some crabs back.
I don't see why.
All right, but hold on, though. Check this out. Real quick. First time all my life I was able to eat shrimp. Got tested twice. I go get tested on the 20th for crabs. And if that come back positive, that I'm able to eat them, yeah, JONCEA, it's on the pop.
Wait a minute,
about
girl.
to
You
say-
can't eat seafood living there where we live.
I've never been able to.
That's so messed up.
I just started eating shrimp like 3 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
But listen to me. If I can eat crabs, we're going to get it in, okay?
Somebody got to throw a crab feast.
I don't eat crabs because I don't like swatting flies and you got shit all on your fingers.
Hey, that's our culture. Don't throw
I've never been that dude. I've never been that nigga that's sitting out there with a mallet and flies and shit flying everywhere.
Okay, now I hear myself on YouTube, but look, We'll talk about that later. I inbox y'all, group chat with y'all, whatever.
All right,
but I love y'all.
Tina.
Be safe.
Love you.
Love
And
you,
y'all
boo.
keep it. Love you too.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Don't be talking about how DC people talk, because y'all be talking like this right here, homie.
Right.
All up in your face like
and they
that,
be
boo.
doing like this, and they be. I'll be
You
knowing
got a
what
problem with the way we
I
enunciate,
don't know
homie?
what people from LA.
Funny about Cali, this might be the only place that has a certain stance.
like,
You can tell behind niggas stand that he's from LA.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
because
can.
it's that one
It's
foot
like,
out.
yeah,
And,
homie.
and your
It's
shoulders
like-
bowed out. Like, it's that one foot.
I'll be like, yo, okay, relax, relax.
Yeah.
Most places,
You know, you can tell by the way they walk or something like that or dress, but I think LA's the only place I've been where you could tell. I could tell a nigga standing if you from LA.
If you
Oh,
from
I'm like,
LA.
oh, this nigga from the city. I
Especially
can
when your
tell.
hands be with your posture.
They
Yeah,
like
your
posture
posture.
just be like, and
your
their
feet-
elbows
the
be
feet,
up.
The feet go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, their feet do go
Like,
out.
Almost
what
like a
are you
motherfucker.
trying to balance? I mean, what's going on right there?
Yeah, shout out
But
to
you know
LA.
what?
Yeah.
When
I
I
love
go
this
back to
place.
DC and talk to people, they say I sound like I'm from Cali now.
I know. Oh my gosh, my niece really one day called me and she kind of hurt my feelings. She was like, auntie, you sound like a Valley girl. And I was like, what you mean? You sound Valley. Like, do you hear yourself? I'm
Nah,
like,
you-
stop lying. I sound the same.
No,
Like,
you don't sound Valley, because Valley girls be like, I mean, so we went riding,
Thank
and we
you.
had a car,
Thank
and there was
you.
drugs, and there was a guy. We didn't know him, but we left with him. Like, oh, you just don't even know.
like,
You don't even
I
fucking know.
don't understand why they're taking so long with my Starbucks. Like that, that's Valley. And y'all, it's like at home, it's a liquor store and a church on every corner.
Yeah.
Here, it is a
Starbucks.
Starbucks. I've never seen.
And they be
anything
ordering
like it.
shit like, I want a chai mocha fracca latte with some balls and titty backs. and
Listen,
just-
it's a
Facts.
Starbucks on every corner and a donut shop.
Yeah.
What is with them undercover donut shop? That's got to be undercover drug stuff.
nah,
no
you,
way.
nah,
That
you know
many-
what got drugs
that
in it?
Nobody
many
eats that
donuts.
much
No,
donuts.
you know what
Nobody
got
eats as many donuts as donut shops. y'all
Nah,
have
you know what got drugs in it out here? In and Out. In and Out got drugs in it. They got crack in that
You
shit.
mean in their food?
Yes. Look at
I
them
hate
lines.
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out
In-N-Out
is-
is disgusting to me too.
In and Out is delicious.
Yeah,
But all I
honestly.
do is the protein style burgers. But
Uh-uh.
motherfuckers be in line. They be in long ass lines to get in. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's so overrated.
That's a staple out here.
It's so overrated.
What's
That's
up?
y'all
What's
thing.
something on the East Coast that's only on the? We got White Castle out there, right?
No,
Nah,
we
that's New
don't.
York.
We don't have
Which
White
y'all got
Castle.
in DC that's exclusive.
Chicken
to
and
DC?
mumbo.
That's it.
The mumbo sauce.
Yeah.
Chicken.
I had a nigga bring some mumbo sauce. That shit was weak. So I can't
It was
get
weak.
that shit was weak, man.
Oh,
can't
I
get
don't
with
know
that.
what he bought you.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know either, nigga. But he
Yeah.
gassed it up for like 2 hours, nigga, and he showed up with that. I said, nigga,
That's
sweet.
some shit he made on his own.
That shit was sweet and sour sauce, nigga.
But that's what it is.
That's what it is, basically.
Yeah, that shit was.
You need to
aight.
go eat that on
But
some
we got
chicken.
blue crabs
cook-
too. We
Yeah.
got our
You
own
know,
crabs.
I don't eat crab.
Yeah, I
I
don't,
don't
eat
know
that
what
shit
you
either.
eat,
I
but
don't
we
eat
got
sea
it.
roaches, nigga. I don't eat that.
Sea roaches.
Sea roaches.
Eat
Don't
that
hate on my.
shit.
Don't. You gonna stop hating on my city, Nick?
Sea
From
ro-
every
yeah,
angle.
we gonna.
I don't eat
I
that
can't say
shit.
jump you because your dad in the other room and shit. Nigga look like he been working out
And
lately.
he closed the door. He closed the door on us just now.
Yeah, I think it's some shit we can all just sit down and talk about as adults. You know what I'm saying? This is
But,
another test.
One last thing, Gary. Is there anything that you want to say? Period. To the listeners, or do you just want to say, or anything?
All I want to say is now, hopefully you guys have a better understanding of what it is that goes on out here, and I realize that the next time that y'all come to me with some shit like that, I'm gonna know how to address it better, especially when I know if it's not true. But you can always trust and believe that if it's something that I actually did, I'm gonna get in front of it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, for the most part, we're doing well. We're doing not good. We're doing well.
Well,
We're doing very well out here because we love to do. And not too many people that I know, especially on the East Coast, again, I'm not speaking directly to you, but there are people that I know where I've come from that don't like what they're doing, but they have to do it. We are doing what we love to do. So we wake up every day happy. Not saying that you don't, again.
that's true.
But I'm speaking in regards to JONCEA and myself. We're well. We're doing very well out here. We're doing what we love to do. And those who are supporting, whether you hating or not, we appreciate you all.
Amen. Amen.
And my that money, what's that money shit called?
Your Cash App.
Yeah, my Cash App. No, I'm just kidding.
Say your Cash App.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
need it. I don't need
It don't matter what you need.
Huh? Oh, well, shit. They donate. I don't, all right, fuck it, I'll take, because it ain't gone off yet. So it's,
It'll go off. People will watch it and
let me see.
and-
I don't even
and
use
see.
it. All right.
Oh, I can tell you what your Cash App is. You send me Cash App all the time.
$ Mr. Dress Shoes 3. If you want.
If you
What is
want to
he?
bless,
It's
hey,
my
if
brand.
anybody that's watching this wants to bless Gary, go ahead and bless him because, you know, he has definitely been a blessing to many, many people. And like I said, it's not just about money. It's also just about prayers. It's also just about support. Like when we come home and we throw a show, like support us. Don't just say you're going to do it. Like right now, every single person from Sriracha should be watching this. Don't just say you're going to support us, but really support us. Like that is what we really need to keep going in this industry. We are going to keep going because we do have people like Christoph, and we do have people like my girl Maya, who's a singer from home. We have people that we lift each other up and we keep each other up. Huh?
You know Maya?
Yeah, I know Maya.
I'm so in love with her. But keep going. I'm sorry.
Oh, gosh. Maya's actually watching right now.
Is she? Oh, my God.
Well, we got to go out to
can't
eat.
Get the best of me.
Oh, not that Maya. Okay. You all not
Why you ain't
the
clear that
singer
shit
Maya,
up?
but the funny
Oh.
thing is I do know her too.
Is she watch? Well, Maya, hey, Maya, the other Maya. Is she? Sing for me, baby. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, Maya's big time. She's a singer. Yeah, most of my friends, I don't really hang with comics out here. Yeah, my cousin Shay. Shout out to my cousin Shay.
What up?
Which is graduating on the 15th from law school.
Yes.
Good stuff. Congratulations.
I love her, and
Black
actually I have
excellence.
created a whole show around my cousin Shay on All Deaf Digital. So that'll be we actually having a meeting on that Friday. That'll
Black
be getting picked up.
excellence.
Yeah, it's a show, something like that. But yeah, I'm proud of you, Shay. And I just want to end this with something that Christoph has on his page, and it says, "Character is how you treat people that can't do nothing for you." So remember that, y'all. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you. Thank you for
Sitting in
having
the
me.
living room.
Wow.
The funny thing is, before that Sriracha stuff even happened, you were scheduled to be here, which was crazy. I said, now they gonna think we did this because of that bullshit. But Gary was we actually scheduled these ahead of time. So next week there will be 2 guys coming. I can't even tell you how great these guys are. I met them at a chicken place. So tune in next week. It's going to be 2 random strangers. I know them just as much as you know them, but I know these guys to be great. Next week, the weekend after that, the week after that, I think we have Alex Thomas coming. So continue to support the JONCEA show. Thank you for watching today. Thank you, Gary, for coming to the living room.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being vulnerable, man.
Of course. That's what
Every
we
now
out
and
here
then
for.
we need that because people really I hope people got a little teeny bit better understanding of just, you know, I'm not gonna say struggle, but our dream.
Yeah.
Our dream. It's just our dream. And the greatest thing about dreaming is if you wake up, you can go for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Love you.